Hello everyone, welcome to Vlogmas Day 2. I'm in the exact same place with the exact same hair and the same shirt because I am filming 2 videos back to back because I am sick and right now I'm feeling not awful, but I worry that I will start feeling worse, and so I'm pre-filming this video in case tomorrow I feel like poop and don't want to film. For the second day of Vlogmas, our video is this. It's a Christmas TBR. So as I mentioned, I love books, I love reading. This year I'm trying to read a bunch of Christmas themed books, sort of same style as yesterday's video that I filmed 3 minutes ago. 25 books I want to read for Christmas. The first 2, realistically it would be great if I could read one of these a day and bang off 25 books in the month of December, because that would make sure, I usually have a goal of reaching 100 books read in a year, and that would make sure that I hit that. But that's a little ambitious. Also, 2 of the books on this list I've already read, so we'll start with those, and then we'll get into the rest of them. The first one is The Man Who Invented Christmas by, I don't remember. It's The Man Who Invented Christmas. I'm sure if you look it up, you'll find it. There was a movie based off of the book, but I haven't seen it, I've only read the book. And essentially it talks about Charles Dickens and his writing of A Christmas Carol and how it sort of reinvigorated the Christmas season. It was really good. It was very informative. I did think it would be more about Christmas and Dickens and less about Dickens on the whole, but it was more about Dickens, which was fine. It was very informative. However, I've only read Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and I have been assigned to read Great Expectations twice. I've never been past chapter 8. I know what happens because I read the Spark Notes, but that's one of the very, very few books in high school and in my English degree that I've never finished. Although reading this book, I do want to read more of his books, so I guess it worked. But it was very informative. It was very good. Very, very good. Then the second book is The Christmas Chronicles by Nigel Slater. So I listened to this on audiobook while I was knitting up some Christmas presents earlier. And it was really good as well. Basically, Nigel Slater is like a cook and food writer in the UK, and this is him writing about the holiday season. So it starts in November and it goes till February, and so like there's dates and entries. But it was fun and I did really enjoy listening to it, and he, I believe, narrates the audiobook himself, and he's a great narrator. Then I have a copy of this one. It's a library copy though. I'm gonna cover that up so you can't see where I live. It's Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson. It's 12 stories and 12 feasts for 12 days. This is beautiful naked hardback. So Jeanette Winterson wrote Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. But yeah, this is 12 Christmas themed short stories and then 12 feasts. So basically like little recipes with also little anecdotes from Jeanette Winterson's life, and it's really great. I actually have already read this. I read it last year, but I'm going to be rereading it this year because I really enjoyed it so much. Then I have another book that I have on an ebook, and I don't remember who wrote it. It's just called German Christmas, and it's like, oh, actually, there's no writer because it's a collection of German short. I think it's on my phone actually, not on my e-reader because I can't get the app that I read it on my e-reader. It's a collection of like German folk tales surrounding Christmas. So like it opens with the elves of the German. It's a couple other nationalities as well that are sort of around Germany. I can't remember what they are right now. But it opens with like the elves and the shoemaker, and then goes into another story. And it's just a bunch of short Christmas stories, and I'm enjoying it. Then I have A Christmas Carol, which again I have read, but if I get the chance, I would like to reread it this year. I read it for the first time also last year, oddly enough. Obviously I'd seen all the movies and redos prior to that, but I hadn't read the book, and I read the book and I loved it, so I'd like to reread it. Then I have this, which I found at Value Village and picked up. Christmas Around the World. This is an Osborne Young Readers book by Leslie Sims, illustrated by Angelo Ruta. This is a children's book. It is full on a children's book with little facts about how Christmas is celebrated around the world. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna read that. So I grabbed it. It was like $1. Gotta have it. Then I have also picked up from Value Village, also a children's book, The A to Z of Crackers, Mistletoe, and Other Christmas Turkeys by Tracy Turner. And this is just like fun stuff to, it's like organized by alphabet, and it's like Christmas facts, recipes, fun games, things to think about at Christmas. It's just really cute, and again, I was like, I want to read that. That looks fun. Number 8 is a book also on my audio ebook app on my phone, and it is History of Christmas, Food and Feasts. It looks at the history of Christmas through food and feasts. It examines Christmas through food, which I thought sounded really interesting. Number 9, oh, I have it over here actually. One minute. I have Agatha Christie's A Holiday for Murder, originally published as Murder for Christmas. This is a, sorry, I'm sitting too far forward. This is a Hercule Poirot mystery. I don't know why I said it like that, because I'm annoying probably. I picked this up for $1.50 at an antique store, and I have read 4 or 5 Agatha Christie's, and I've really enjoyed them, and I have a bunch more sitting there to get through, but I thought, what a better time to read this than Christmas. So basically this is like a locked room mystery. It's a bunch of people at a wealthy man's estate told them he was drawing up a new will. He's dead. Hercule Poirot's on the case. Murder stops for no holiday. Oh, that's good tea. Then, number 10 on this list, I have Hogfather by Terry Pratchett. I don't know, this sounds really fun. Obviously I haven't read it before, but I have read Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett, and I really, really liked it. As far as I'm aware, it's Death's daughter gets sent on a quest to find Hogfather, who is like Santa, I think. Okay, then, book number 11, also bought at Valley Village, The Christmas Book, How to Have the Best Christmas Ever. And I have sort of started flipping through this. It gives you like tips for wreath making or recipes, fun things to do after Christmas. Gives you like little fun facts about Christmas, how to wrap Christmas presents, and the history behind different Christmas traditions. It's fun. It's cute. Also, like, there's a whole series of these books. I had one like this that was The Girl's Guide to Everything or something. They're really fun. Then we come to a bunch of books that are encased in this book. This is Stories for Christmas by Charles Dickens, featuring A Christmas Carol. So I guess I could have picked this up when I was talking about The Christmas Carol, but I do have actually another copy of that I forgot to grab. And I'm very intrigued to read these, especially after reading The Man Who Invented Christmas. I would like to read The Chimes and The Cricket on the Hearth, which are 2 of the longer stories after A Christmas Carol. And then he's got a bunch from a short story collection called, Household Words was a magazine / newspaper that he printed stuff in. So from Household Words there's a bunch, and also from All Year Round, which similarly was another magazine newspaper published thing he was in. And I sort of want to bounce around those, so I have some of them numbered off. So A Cricket on the Hearth, A Christmas Tree, The Poor Relation Story, Nobody's Story, The Haunted House, What Christmas Is As We Grow Older, The Holly Tree, and then The Chimes, and then maybe I'll try and get to a few others of these. I don't really know what they're about. I'm just sort of gonna go through and read away. I got a big old chunky book to read through. So that brings us to number 19. So my 19th book I'd like to read is The Night Before Christmas by Nikolai Gogol. So Nikolai Gogol wrote The Inspector General, which I read this year. It is a play. It is very, very funny, and I highly recommend it. This, I don't remember exactly what it's about, but I saw his name, and I remember reading the synopsis, and I was like, I would like to read that. And also, I believe his work is in the public domain, so I think I'll be able to find it. One more minute. 2 classic children's books that I read when I was growing up that obviously I have to reread. The first one is A White Christmas. It's sort of like A Christmas with the Cranks, but with Mickey and Minnie. Mickey's got a cold, Minnie doesn't like the cold weather. They want to go away, but then they might see there's a reason they'd want to stay home and enjoy an old-fashioned Christmas. Then I have Merry Christmas, Uncle Scrooge McDuck. It follows the Christmas Carol story a little bit. It's very cute. So both of those, which are numbers 20 and 21. Then number 22, I don't feel like going to grab it, but for Christmas this year, my mom got me an advent calendar. And the advent calendar is like this huge thing that has a different miniature Disney princess book you get to open every day on the lead up to Christmas. Because I don't know if I introduced myself to this. I love Disney. I am a Disney nerd. So I will be reading one of those every day till Christmas. And I'm very excited about it. And I think they're all holiday themed stories. Then I have a couple of Christmas comics that I'm not going to get down because they're on the top shelf. I'd have to get a chair to get them. I'm short. I would need a chair. It's not worth it. But I have a Flash comic that is Christmas themed. And then I also have a collection of DC villain Christmas comic books. December 24th is the night before Christmas. Not the Nikolai Gogol one, the other one, the Clement Seymour poem. It was the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. My dad has read that to us every year on Christmas Eve since I was but a wee baby. So that's why it's recommended on the 24th. We had it read to us on Christmas Eve, and it's a family tradition, and I love it. And traditions are such a sweet part of the holidays. And then number 25, The Original Grinch Story by Dr. Seuss. This one is number 25 also for a reason. My brother used to have a sleepover with me, so my room at our house was in the basement, and my brother would come downstairs and sleep on my basement floor on Christmas Eve, and usually about 4:30 in the morning he'd be awake ready for presents, so I would have to read him stories to keep him occupied. So I would read him, I had this huge book of Dr. Seuss. The reason I'm looking over here is because it's on the shelf over there, but I don't feel like getting it. It's 13 Dr. Seuss stories, so I would usually read from that, and I would always read The Grinch because it was Christmas themed, and then I would just go through the rest of them. But The Grinch specifically is a great Christmas story, and a great thing to occupy your brother when he's up stupid early. So excited about Christmas. To be fair, I was up that early too, but that's fine. It was okay for me to be up that early. He couldn't be up that early, though. We both just love Christmas, okay? The earlier you wake up, the longer Christmas is. And the longer Christmas is, the more you get to extend, the best day of the year. Okay. I think that's all the books I have planned. Little stack of books. Lots of books missing because I will be getting them as ebooks, audiobooks, or we'll be finding them online for free because they're out of copyright and they're in the public domain. So that's all for me. This is the last video I'm filming tonight. I'll film some more later. Bye!